Zahra Buhari Ndimi, daughter of President Muhammadu Buhari, has shared a video of Saudi Islamic scholar Sheikh Hassim Al-Hakim teaching Muslims how to react to people who insult the Prophet. In the video, Sheikh Al-Hakim advised Muslims to desist from taking matters into their own hands when there is a case of blasphemy against the Prophet Muhammad. Hmm. So somebody can share the video. But Buhari never said anything. But Buhari said, oh, don't insult a Jesus, don't insult a Muhammad. That was what he said. Nobody should do that. And of course, they said the Muslims in Nigeria and the Muslims in other countries are two different things. Even in Nigeria, the ones from the southwest, oh my goodness. Once you see them, you will love to be a Muslim. They are so liberal, they are so, they don't just, you're wondering what kind of Muslims are all these ones. They are so liberal, they can, they don't even take all of those things to heart. And when you see the people from the other side, you begin to wonder, are we still in the same country? That is why we're not together. And meanwhile, most of all these top politicians, top elites in the north, they cannot say things like this. Did you hear the son-in-law of Dangote, what he was spewing out of his mouth? A pilot for that matter, somebody that you think that is well read. So did you not see that kind of video? Or they just want to do their own thing just like that? Can you imagine? Well, Zahra reposted a few seconds of the video on her Instagram stories on Sunday in response to the gruesome murder of a female Christian student in Sokoto, Deborah Samuel, for alleged blasphemy on Thursday. She was killed by her fellow students who are Muslims, and her body was also burnt. Oh my God. Her remains were laid to rest in her hometown, Tunga, Magajiya, in the regional local government area of Niger State on Saturday. Sheikh Al-Hakim is said to be one of the prominent propagators of Islam in English in Saudi Arabia. The Imam said, "This depends if you are in a Muslim country. This is a major offense that requires the intervention of the Muslim ruler. You simply report these individuals to the court or to the Muslim ruler. It is the duty of the Muslim ruler to execute after going through the legislative process and going in front of a panel of judges. You must not take matters into your own hands because this will turn the community into a jungle, he said." Can you imagine that? I don't know what you have to say to that. But because some people just want to be wicked, because some people just want to make sure that others cry, and that is why they just went ahead. And to make matter worse, you see and hear all those their elites, what you never even thought of. Up to now, this man has never condemned or said anything concerning it. He just only told us, I think he just told us that what happened is that he was not the one that sent his aide to go and post such. Well, let them continue in their devilish arts. Some of these people have seen real peace in Christians' dominant Christian country. Jesus is the best, while others claim lives. Jesus saved lives. Monks have caused more harms than good in our society. They return from their place of worship as if they were newly taught new skills of violence. Some go there with knife and killing materials. Where they are educated illiterate, they fight for religion in a negative way, more than they could fight for the betterment of the country. They wouldn't even listen nor watch the video. I'm a Muslim but not an extremist. A woman used to insult Prophet Muhammad anytime he passed through her frontage. However, she stopped when the Prophet kept mute without any reaction over zealous fanaticism. If any of you insult Prophet Muhammad, I will make sure I don't eat for a whole year to defend his honor. Try me and see. It is a new dimension I will be watching. Okay. Which some of our Muslims purposely refuse to understand, since you imitate the Saudi Arabia on certain religious issues but you fail to imitate them on making wise decisions. How does it make sense? If you want to know Islam, why not seek its knowledge from the right scholars. Deborah was my classmate, my coursemate. I just stepped into the class when the opera on her voice note started. It was our own coursemate that started it. One of them said Deborah dared them by refusing to apologize when, whenever she was asked to. It all started with a debate on the upcoming examination on a general WhatsApp platform created for our coursemate. One of the students asked her how she passed the last semester's examination, and in response, she said it was Jesus who. Immediately about Immediately about three other chats came in from two Muslims and one Christian, telling her to retract the statement. Two students from other departments who overheard some Muslim boys discussing the matter told Deborah's close friends to prevail on her to retract the statement. But she replied via a voice note on the platform, "Holy Ghost fire, nothing will happen to me. Is it by force that you guys will always be sending this religious stuff in this group? The group wasn't created for that, but rather as a notice on test, assignments, examination, and so on. Not this nonsense religious post. We were made to understand that some young men were brought from outside before the outrage. I was in class when some of our classmates rushed in, saying there is fire on the mountain. Oh. The Muslim students led the strangers to the class to look for her. In fear, those in the class tried to help her escape and took her to the security post, from where they hoped to create a way for her to run outside. Already, a cab was waiting outside to drive her straight to the police station. Unfortunately, the mob overpowered everyone who tried to save her. They even threatened to kill anyone who attempted to stand in their way. Her last word as she pleaded for mercy, she was dragged out, flogged, and stoned. The last word in her mouth was, "What do you hope to achieve with this?" By then, some of her classmates were making calls to some of her lecturers to save the situation. At a point, all the Christian students fled to the school premises. It was then I got home that I heard she was set ablaze. Since the incident, I have been having a flash of her pleading expression. She pleaded for mercy and called out for help, but it was far from her. What a cruel way to die, she said. From Remy Hassan. Hmm. Hmm. Can you imagine? May our gentle soul rest in perfect peace. So sad and bad. If this is reason to be Muslim, I'm not sure it's a God hand. Her killers will always also beg for mercy, but it will not be shown to them. May God reward you, Zahra, according to how your father Buhari is ruling Nigeria. What happened to Deborah was never blasphemy, but revenge on her person for the people whose egos she had bruised. Saudi Arabia religious authorities in Mecca should ban Nigerian Muslims ethnicity from going to Mecca for pilgrimages, because Nigerian Muslims followers do not portray the true meaning or picture or something like kindness, true identity of peace, love, and tolerance with one another as Prophet Muhammad taught them. Like father, like daughter, you know what your father is doing to Nigerians, what people are passing through. Go and rest. But at least she's been able to pass a message that what they did is not right. Of course, she does not need to say anything, but our opinion or our own stand concerning this is different from what our father stands for. You see? Understandably, what happened to this girl was a lesson to vulgars, those try to insult or our prophets, your prophets. Okay, she and her father's Zahra should get out. We have hundreds of Islamic preaching on injustice by government. Let her play it too. Let her play it too. When that time comes, we should play that one. But this one, is she right, or is the scholar or the cleric that said that you don't take laws into your hands? Is that cleric right or not? You can imagine. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.